What's up, family, man? It's your boy E here, man, and I just came back to the park to make another video. And you know, one thing I realized, man, as an empathic person, if you are an empathic person, I do believe I am an empathic person because I feel energies very strongly, even when it's not even my energy. Like, I be feeling people's energy. You know what I'm saying? And one thing for an empathic person, I believe, as far as myself, because I'm pretty sure there's others that are like this. You know, we can't just be having people dumping all they fucking problems off on us like that. Like, because that energy travels hard. That energy travels through us, man. And I feel all your anger, all your bitter pain. I feel all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not the type that can sit around and stew in that energy for too long. Like, all right, you could tell me about some shit, but then you got to cut that shit the fuck off, man. You can't keep going on this long-ass tangent about the shit, and I'm supposed to just sit there and just be feeling all that energy and letting that shit drain me because I'm just stuck stewing in this shit with you. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. So my sister, she called herself trying to do that to me today. She's always been the type that tries to do that, and she know damn well that I really don't like when she go on tangents about certain things, you know. But today, she felt like she wanted to do it because, you know, my brother and his girl, they out of town right now. And so, while they're out of town, you know, she wants to get off all the grievances she has about them and the things that's been going on with them lately and shit, you know, because my brother and his girlfriend, they've been fighting, all type of shit happening and all that. And she just trying to tell me everything, dog. And I'm like, because, you know, she the type of person that talk about you when you gone. And that's one thing, that's one sign that tells me something about her, because she always tends to want to talk about you, about somebody when they gone. Just because it's not me at this moment don't mean it won't be me later on. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know. That's how I know the type of person she is, and that she does talk about me too, because I'm pretty sure she do that. I know she do that. I know it. No, it ain't no sure nothing. But anyway, she likes to do that type shit. And so, like I said, she want to bring out all these grievances about how my brother and them was fighting, and when she mad at my brother, she just let that baby run all off in her room, and she see why I be up in my room locked up and shit, just trying to get your peace. I say, well, hey, you know, you gotta learn how to live with people, man. And yes, I do get in my room just to get the fuck away from things, because it ain't my business. I seen enough, and guess what? The shit ain't changing, and so I'm not fit to be around it and involving myself in that shit either. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, I'm telling myself, man, I hope she ain't finna go on a tangent, dog. Like, all right, we just had that to say, it's cool. But damn, boy, she just went on a whole damn rampage about, I do this, I be buying all of this and stuff, and I do that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I said, look here, man. I had to tell her. I said, look here, man, I can't sit here in that energy with you, because that ain't my energy that you on right now, and I'm not finna sit here in this with you and hear you go on a whole tangent for a whole 30 minutes. I'm not finna do that. Like, you know, I don't know, she know better than that. But anyway, I just shut my door. And she was still back there talking like she was talking to somebody. Like she like, this is one thing I noticed, man, and people be really wanting to get that energy off. See, the thing about her is she harbors energy. She holds on to shit to the point to where she have to let it go somewhere. She don't know how to release that energy without letting it go on to somebody and letting somebody else feel that shit. Like, she needs somebody else to be the person to absorb what she's talking about so she can feel better. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that. And, you know, and she usually used my brother girlfriend for that. You know what I'm saying? My brother girlfriend been there for her for that for a little bit now. You know what I'm saying? But now that my brother girlfriend gone and he gone, now she got a whole bunch of shit to say about them. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, they're going to be in your face and you'll be talking to them again. But see, that's the thing, dog. That's what I'll say. But the thing about it is, man. Hold on, man. But the thing about the situation is, man, like, she don't understand. The thing is, like, she expecting to move into somebody else's house, and she be expecting for them to learn how to live with her, when it's really the other way around. When you move with somebody else, you got to learn how to live with them. Now, my brother them did change a few things for you, But they not finna change the whole aspect and dynamic of things of how they are in their own house because you there. And they don't have to. They don't really owe you that. You living with them until you can afford your own apartment and get out on your own right now. So right now you got to learn how to live with them, and which is the reason why I go in my room and I shut my motherfucking door, because I learned that I can't be involved in their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because if I get involved in their bullshit, guess what that means? I'm going to be in bullshit, and that shit is not going to turn out right with me being involved. And I know that, and that's why I don't do it. And I understand that they know who they dealing with. They know who they dealing with. They've been knowing who they dealing with before they got with each other. You know what I'm saying? So whatever problems they having with each other, they already knew that they had these problems, and they're not willing to, leave each other for it. So it's like, what's the point of me getting in the mix? I won't. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to involve yourself in that shit, go for it. That's up to you. Do what you want to do, but I ain't got to do that. See, because I learned how to live good by myself. And this is the thing as well. See, what you were talking about, I go in my room. See, when I go in my room and I lock myself in my room, see, I don't hold on to things. I know how to let things go. See, I know how to sit with myself because I like being with myself. See, the thing about other people and the reasons of why when they sit by themselves is because, see, they don't like being with themselves. They don't even like they don't even really like themselves that much. Like, they can't sit with themselves because they know the shit that they got going on. And that's the thing, dog. See, some people might say that I just don't know how to listen to people. You might be right, but the thing is, I believe that I just don't know how. I don't like listening to certain people. I have a problem with listening to certain people, especially people who actually cause certain things and made certain things worse for me in my life. And yes, my sister is one of those people. She's one of those people that made certain things worse in my life, but now got the nerve to come all up in my face and telling me about the problems that she see and that she can't stand and all that shit. I don't want to hear none of that. I got a bunch of things I can complain about for you, but you don't want to hear them, right? And that's the thing. See, people don't want to hear your complaints, but they want you to hear all their complaints, the complaints that they got, the shit that they feel is wrong, right? But they don't want to hear nothing that you got. And that's the thing about it, dog. Motherfuckers really got that nerve. They got the gall to really feel like they can come throwing their problems at you when you got plenty of problems you could throw at them, but you didn't do it, right? And not to mention, even if you would have did it, they wouldn't have want to hear it. So it's like, why the fuck do I want to hear you? You don't want to hear me? Why the fuck do you believe in your damn head, in your fucking crazy ass mind, that I want to listen to your problems? You know what I'm saying? Especially when you were somebody who caused certain problems to be worse in my life. Like, does that even make sense? Tell me. Do you feel like listening to somebody who was somebody who caused plenty of problems in your life, or made plenty of problems in your life worse, right? Would you be somebody who really want to listen to that from somebody who you know did all that, or who was capable of doing all that? It don't make sense to me, dog. So you can say what you want, dog. I just believe, like I say, I have a problem listening to certain people, man. Certain people, like, you have the gall. You know what I'm saying? You have the gall. But guess what? Sometimes it's your job to take care of your own shit. And just like it was our job to take care of ours, and that's your lesson for your ass anyway. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect me to be your mentor, your leadership in getting past certain things. And then not to mention, like, you don't even want to hear nobody. You just want people to hear you. That's what people do when they trauma dump things on you. Is they just want you to listen to them. And I get sometimes people just want to vent, and I get that. But some people that trauma dump on you, they don't just be venting, bro. They just be dumping. It's a difference between venting and dumping everything on you, and that's all they want to do. They don't want to hear no solution. They don't want to hear no problem. They don't want to hear nothing. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you venting, sometimes you don't want to hear it. You just want to let some shit out. But man, like I say, man, it is a difference. You can feel the energy when certain people are just dumping shit on you just because they need to release it onto somebody. because they can't continue holding it within themselves, and then they don't know how to release it. You know, that's the problem. They don't know how to release shit. They hold on to shit. They harbor shit. You know what I'm saying? And those are the people that I really don't like dealing with anyways, man. So like I say, it do depend on who you are when you complaining to me. You know what I'm saying? If I told you about something 2 or 3 times already, and then you coming back complaining about the same thing again after I didn't already said some shit, like, you're not finna complain to me. So like, that's what I'm saying. It depends on who you are. It depends on who you are when you talking to me. I gotta know who the fuck I'm dealing with and who I'm talking to for me to want to listen to you. And you know, sometimes it just, when I figure you out, it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, I'm just shooting it at y'all, man. Have you ever had that type of situation happen, dog? Because I definitely be having them, man. I be having them with certain people, man. And like I say, man, like, this is only temporary, because once she moves out, or once I move out, because whoever move out first is going to be the reason why we don't see each other no more, however they go. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Once that happens, I'm not going to be dealing with people's shit. Like, people I only deal with even a little bit of your shit now because I'm around you. But once I ain't around, nigga, don't expect me to be dealing with shit, nigga. It's almost gonna be like I ain't even here. It's almost like I disappeared. You know what I'm saying? I'm just invisible. I might not be alive no more. Damn near, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But anyways, man, I'm just shooting it at y'all, man. Let me know how you feel. But anyways, peace.